Mr. Sanjay Raut. Vinaya Deshpande is also with us on the broadcast. Vinaya, any details you have about the lawyers who would be present on both the sides?
Well, Anusha, as of now, we know that his lawyer who has been representing him for quite some time now is somebody who has gone inside the court. His name is Vikrant Sabane, but right now, whether he will be represented by any high-profile lawyer is something that remains to be seen. In fact, Mihir is inside the courtroom and he will give all the inside details from there. But this is an extremely important hearing. I stand right outside the sessions court, and as you can see, there is a massive bandobast here. Lot of vehicles which have been kept, cordoning of area that has happened. The barricading has taken place there. We can see that beyond the barricading at the entry point of the court, there is there's a lot of cameras waiting for update from there. There are jammers that have been placed there, so it is difficult to go close to that venue because there's no network in that area. But as of now, police maintaining complete control over this entire area. They've barricaded this in order to make sure that there are no protests or no law and order situation. Sanjay Raut, who is in the courtroom right now, went inside from here with some of the family members just a while ago. He refused to comment on anything while going inside, but he was seen discussing with the legal team about the legal strategy. He was also seen discussing with the police personnel about the entry. That was when Sanjay Raut was brought to the court from the gate behind. So there are two entrances to Sessions Court. I'm standing at one entry. There's another entry right on the opposite side. Sanjay Raut has been brought in from there. The hearing is expected to begin possibly post lunch is what we are learning at present. The ED is expected to seek 10 days remand, as Ashish Maharshi has reported previously.
Yeah.
And we are learning that the legal strategy of Sanjay Raut will be to oppose this, specifically also on health grounds. Anusha.
All right, Vinaya Deshpande getting us that overall view. I'll try and connect with Mihir as well. But after that recent judgment of the Supreme Court, where most of the powers of the Enforcement Directorate as they stand under the law have been upheld, most legal experts would argue that to secure a bail under 45(2) of the Prevention of Money Laundering Act has become very, very challenging. It always has been challenging. A prima facie view needs to be adopted by the court that the accused, who is presently in the custody of the agency, is not likely to tamper with the evidence. What usually happens, even in the most high-profile cases, is that the Enforcement Directorate is given the adequate opportunity for any kind of custodial interrogation. They get the opportunity for the accused to be in custody for any kind of documents they want him to be confronted with. Harman Gomes continues to be with us on the broadcast. Harman, tell us more about the kind of political noise we have heard post the arrest of Sanjay Raut. We are also hearing that Mr. Uddhav Thackeray might also hold a press conference very soon.
Well, yes, it is at 2:30 p.m. this afternoon when Uddhav Thackeray will be having a press conference, and this after he having met the family members of Sanjay Raut. Now, Sanjay Raut was extremely close to him. He was his loyal aide, and therefore this is in a way a setback as far as the arrest is concerned. Now, yesterday when the news started trickling in about the possible arrest of Sanjay Raut, you had the Congress as well as the NCP, former members of the Maha Vikas Aghadi government, and they realized at that point, them coming out in strong support, saying that the ED was being used as a tool by the BJP.
Harbin, again to interrupt you there. Voices. These are the shots and pictures that we have just gotten access to. That's Mr. Uddhav Thackeray meeting the family members of Mr. Sanjay Raut. Mr. Uddhav Thackeray has expressed his solidarity with the family members politically and in private. He has said that he's going to stand by, and he's called this some kind of a political witch hunt and vendetta. The agencies say they have a case to investigate and prosecute. Vinaya Deshpande with us on the broadcast. Vinaya, at a time like this, these pictures mean a lot.
Well, yes, of course. This is an important step that is seen in the political circles. Uddhav Thackeray taking that effort to go out and meet the family members of Sanjay Raut is being seen as an important political signal for the cadres of the Shiv Sena, at least, because since yesterday we had seen an extremely measured response from the Shiv Sena. In fact, it was the Congress followed by the NCP which had spoken quite vociferously against against the against the raid on Sanjay Raut's residence. But today Uddhav Thackeray is seen with folded hands standing in front of the family members. You can see those are quite heartwarming photos. He's seen speaking with the family members, the mother sitting there, Sanjay Raut's wife, Sanjay Raut's two daughters. We can also see Milind Narvekar, followed by Ravindra Vaikar and Shiv Sena MP Arvind Sawant, all of them in that frame. Now this is an extremely important optic where we are seeing Uddhav Thackeray join hands in front of Sanjay Raut's mother. These are very crucial photos. These are very crucial moments because there was some doubt yesterday about the political posturing through the messages that were being sent. And today Uddhav Thackeray has decided to put a full stop to those speculations. While Aditya Thackeray on his Shiv Samvad Yatra has already spoken about it, Uddhav Thackeray has gone ahead and met the family members.
Uddhav Thackeray has gone ahead and met the family members, and as Vinay is pointing out, clearing any sort of air if there was any kind of doubt that whether Mr. Uddhav Thackeray is going to publicly support Mr. Sanjay Raut or not. The Thackeray family has made that position very, very clear. On the other side, you have Mr. Sanjay Raut, who has reached the court premises, the Sessions Court premises. My colleague Vinaya Deshpande, Mihir and Harman Gomes are tracking all the details. We're expecting that hearing to begin roughly 10 minutes from now. 2:30 p.m. is usually when the lunch hour gets over for the court. Once the hearing begins, the ED is going to press for about 10 days custody. They have argued they are likely to argue in the court that they have sufficient ground and evidence for further custodial interrogation.